So in this settings video, not only is it going to be my Modern Warfare settings, but it's also going to be my secret settings that I use, such as my advanced audio settings, my advanced controller settings, and everything along those lines. If you guys didn't know, I actually play controller on PC, so I'm not on console. A lot of people get PC and console confused. Don't ask me how, but you can clearly tell by my FPS counter in the top left and my latency. Like, I'm on PC. I play controller on PC. I don't know why people think that, like, you have to play keyboard and mouse if you're on the PC. I don't think people get that concept. But the reason why I'm saying this is because I don't know how people got it confused, but in my previous controller settings video, apparently people didn't watch far enough to actually see my settings, because when I went to this, all they saw was keyboard and mouse, and not the controller tab, which you can clearly see right here. So I just want to get that out of the way very quickly. Before we jump into the full settings, like I said, this video is going to include my Modern Warfare settings as well as my advanced audio and controller settings. So with that being said, here's the post notification shout out up on the screen. If you guys do want to win one in a future video, be sure to hit the sub button, turn on the post notification bell, and comment down below #BellGang. Once you guys are finished, man, we're gonna shoot for 350 likes on today's video. I know you guys absolutely go crazy on my settings and always ask for brand new ones, so I expect you guys to go brazy on this video. Anyways though, let's jump into all my settings, man. So firstly is my Modern Warfare settings. Now, like I said, for my console players, I got you guys. Everything that is on console will be in this video, but obviously there is some extra stuff for PC. So if you do see extra things that do not appear for you, that's because you're on console and I'm on PC. So that a lot of people also get that confused for some reason. So let's jump into the general settings. As you guys can tell, I'm on controller input. Controller on PC is super overpowered because of this broken setting right here. So if you guys run on 120 FOV and actually change your ADS field of view from independent to affected, this is why a lot of people think that I use a Cronus Max, man, and it's just hilarious because if you guys didn't know what this does, you can clearly tell by the pictures on the right side. When you run an affected FOV, it basically makes your surroundings wider, and because of that, it makes it look like it has less visual recoil when you're ADS. So that's why you see all these PC players that look like they have zero recoil. It's because they run on affected FOV. All of these settings don't really matter too much. I have my subtitles off. People sometimes question what my colorblind type is. I run on Tritanopia with the interface target. Square minimap, that's a given, man. It helps you out so much. If you guys don't have this setting on, definitely change it to square. Regular minimap location to enabled. Letters on the compass, text chat and everything. This doesn't really matter too much. All this stuff right here is for PC, so don't worry about that. Here's all my graphics settings. I'm gonna skim through them real quickly. I try to make a balance, and I don't run on a dual PC setup, so that's why when you guys watch my videos, my FPS is pretty low because I record on a 70,000 bit rate. So that's why my FPS is kind of low, even though I have a 2080. Here's my audio settings. These aren't my advanced audio settings, but for the regular audio mix in Modern Warfare, I definitely would recommend putting it on boost high. This is most similar to Super Crunch, which was in BO3. If you guys are, you know, COD players from back then, you would probably know that Super Crunch was the most overpowered audio mix, and basically boost high is most similar to that. So you guys don't have to change your master volume. This is all personal for me, just because of my recording software. It likes to boost up the audio for some reason, so I just lower it in game to bounce it out with the rest of my sounds. And yeah, man, everything else doesn't really matter too much. And now for the juicy stuff, man, my controller settings. So if you guys didn't know, I actually run on a scuff controller, which means that I got two paddles on the back, here at the front. And so with that being said, I don't have to run a different stick or button layout because pretty much I use my paddles on the back, so I don't have to, you know, use bumper jumper or tactical or, you know, whatever all those whack settings are. I run on a .03 dead zone, but don't copy this down because there's a whole method to changing your dead zone. There's no specific dead zone that is the best. It's really all up to your personal controller. So I'm going to leave a card at the top of the screen if you guys want to edit your dead zone properly. Don't copy mine down. Instead, when you guys are done watching this video, go to that one that I linked up at the top in the card and adjust your dead zone that way, okay? That's the way to correctly do it. Your sensitivity, man, it's really all up to you, but I would recommend 6.6. I've seen a lot of other controller players recently switching to 6.6. It's just an all-around really balanced setting. I run on a .90 AES. Some people run a .80 and a .85. I played around with it, and for my personal preference, I like .90 the best. I also run run on dynamic aim response curve type. I've seen a lot of people transition to this from standard. Don't ask me what the difference is. I just tried it out, man, and the aim assist, it seems like got 10 times better. So don't ask me how it works. I'm not like analytical and statistical like that, so I have no clue. To be honest with you, what it actually does, it just feels better in my personal opinion. Controller vibration, definitely make this disabled, man. I know some people, they love to have controller vibration on because it's what they've been playing on since, you know, when they first got their obviously game systems and stuff like that, because that's what the game comes with. But eventually people always turn it to disabled and notice a big difference, because you're not gonna miss like those fine shots, and like those little vibrations can like mess up the slightest, you know, like tweaks in your accuracy. It's just something that's really just unneeded, man, to be honest with you. Trust me on that. Don't mess with your aim assist at all, man, because as you guys probably know, the standard aim assist is universal throughout every single other Call of Duty. So for future Call of Duties as well as past Call of Duties, if you run on a different aim assist setting such as like precision or focusing, your aim assist in those Call of Duties is going to be absolutely jacked up, bro, and is not going to be good for you, let me tell you. This is for PC players. If you guys run on PC on a controller, definitely have scale aim assist with FOV. All this stuff right here, you guys can copy that down for my movement. People are like, yo, how do you slide cancel this and that? So I have a whole video on that as well. I'll link another card, but the basic settings is you want to have your slide behavior on tap, as well as I find automatic attack sprint the best. Now with that being said, that's basically everything with the in-game settings. Now let's jump into my other secret settings so you guys can see how I personally play. Even if you guys don't have PC and can't copy this down, I want you guys to watch this to get a better understanding of how PC players play Modern Warfare and the advantages that you can have if you guys do switch. So with that being said, let's actually jump into some of these settings real quickly. So basically we're gonna go other to other real quick, and as you guys can tell, basically I have my BT pull rate at max 1 millisecond, so this is going to reduce, you know, as much input lag as possible on the DualShock 4 controller. So that's one thing that everybody does that uses DS4 Windows. And then also, if you go to your axis configuration, this is basically how you can adjust your dead zone. So pretty much on my like 0.03 dead zone that's in game, I have an additional 0.08. You guys can't even see it actually. In the top right, I have an additional 0.08 dead zone on my right stick. Now I literally just use this. I cannot tell you guys why my aim feels so sticky, but when I use this, it actually feels so nice. So I guess you could say I technically have like a 0.06 dead zone because I decreased it by 2 in Modern Warfare, but then raised it back up by 8 in the software. So I technically have a 0.06 dead zone. And this little software right here is the best thing that has ever came out for controller players on PC, man. This is essentially going to overclock your controller. So as you guys can tell, I have a 1000 rate on my controller right here, wireless controller. And if we go back to DS4 Windows, you guys can see that I have like a max, like it's literally just going up to like a 0.55 millisecond input delay, which is super good. And if you guys don't have your controller overclocked, as well as the BT pull rate on a max 1 millisecond, dude, it's going to be like a 5 millisecond input delay, which is, oh my god, it's absolutely horrible. Your shot is going to be so off. So those are the couple secret settings that I use and a lot of other controller on PC players, just so some of you guys, if you didn't know that, can be actually aware of that. And then this software right here is actually the Astro command setter. Now if you guys didn't know, I have Astro 840 headsets, which means that if you guys have Astros with like the updated mix amp, you can pretty much adjust like the hertz for different decibels. I didn't even know this about Astros for the longest time, but I literally just, I'm gonna be honest, bro, I copied these settings off of somebody on Twitter and hey, it works. If you guys aren't catching on, basically the point of this is to hear like those little sounds, like maybe like footsteps or somebody putting on armor plates, or a shot that was from super far away and you guys are trying to figure out where it's from. This will help you guys with all those. I cannot tell you how many times I have heard things in my headset while spectating like teammates, for example, that they have not heard at all. Okay, so that is just with the power of Astros with the software. You guys don't even have to have the Astro headset to use this software. All you guys need is the mix amp. Bro, it's a game changer, let me tell you. And I know some people are going to be like, bro, you bought Astros to have an advantage in Modern Warfare. Like, bro, I've been using Astros since 2014, bro. 2014 I've been using Astros, so you guys cannot tell me. And back then this software wasn't even a thing. Like Astros were like not what they are now, let me tell you. Like the software didn't exist and everything like that. So yeah, man, those are pretty much all of my other advanced settings on Modern Warfare. I hope you guys did enjoy. Like I said, for the longest time I just went over my specific settings that were in game, and I never really branched off into like other things that myself and a lot of other controller on PC players use. So if you guys do want more of these settings down the line, if I do change my settings, be sure to let me know down in the comments, man, by also dropping a like as well. Like I said, we're gonna shoot for 350 likes on today's video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn the post notification bell, do all that, man. You guys have been going absolutely crazy on the channel. We're so close to 30K. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to hit it tomorrow. Pretty much with that being said, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.